I'm doing day 54, and the blog title was Suppressing Myself Based on Self-Judgment. Oh, excuse me, I have to sneeze. So I just walked the self-forgiveness within speaking it. I also listened to Anu's video, or Anu's interview off of eQuaf. Interview number, I'm not sure which one it is. It's either interview number 50 or 49 or 50. I will place a link on this video to it because it's an awesome interview. All of the interviews, the Reptilian series is great. This specific one, he was walking through doing self-forgiveness, and one of the points that he realized that he suggests for others to walk out is writing the self-forgiveness and then writing the realization within the self-forgiveness statement. So you kind of complete the, you write your forgiveness statement, and then you write the realization to change yourself within what you see you are faulty in writing the forgiveness statement out in the first place. So you kind of write the problem and solution in one go. And then at the end I wrote the commitment statements out. And I really enjoyed this way of writing the forgiveness and then the realization, because you, within the statement and within writing it, you also, I kind of flowed with the self-forgiveness and just wrote it out as it went. But here you kind of get closure within it, solidify the self-forgiveness statement by showing yourself that you realize the point that you're looking at and that you were faulty in, and then by writing the realizations out, you show yourself that you understand the realization that you are getting from the forgiveness statement and the correction that you're seeing that is needed to be walked to correct this point within yourself. So it helps understanding, and it also helps the walking of the correction. But I definitely suggest listening to the interviews as well, because obviously it will be more clear and more specific in giving direction on how to do this. But anyways, so this point of the blog was suppressing myself based on self-judgment. Excuse me. This point was about, I went away this weekend, and the people's houses we were staying at, one of the persons there, he was very outgoing and kind of, he kind of challenged you within speaking, like he would, I don't know, he just made me feel uncomfortable, kind of. And so within that uncomfortableness and being kind of directly spoken to and kind of putting me on the spot sometimes, I found within myself that I was going into suppression and trying to avoid him and not wanting to look at him or make eye contact with him. And seeing myself within myself that I was feeling very weak within myself, and I don't know, it was like a kind of a depression feeling, really like a sadness, kind of I felt defeated by him, I felt like I couldn't be equal with him within this point of how he was so, like, forceful with himself, I was so, like, submissive, kind of. And within this point of being the submissive one, that's where I go into the depression, because within myself, I want to be the top person. I want to be the best. And so if I don't see that I'm able to be that top person and able to hold my own, so to speak, with that person, I will go into this silent state. Like, I don't interact. I live out that point of feeling weak, the way I feel within myself, the weakness, the inferiority, the not being able to, live up to this idea within my head that I have to be this, perfect picture, like, be able to, I don't know, I just totally go within my head and, like, totally self-judge myself. Even the way I speak, I will be judging. I judge the way I look a lot, like having others see me as ugly or not acceptable looking. I've been doing self-forgiveness and blogs about this in the past, so this is just more on that point that I'm still seeing, that I'm cycling within, and seeing that it's still directing me. And I see kind of now the point is more based on my past and how I'm holding on to specific memories and specific events that happen in my life that I haven't let go of, and I'm still allowing to direct me. And I have to walk those points out specifically. So eventually, some time to come, I'm going to start directing myself and walking points of my past, childhood memories and such, so I can start letting that stuff go, because it's still directing me here. But anyways, so within this forgiveness, I walked the points out of suppressing myself due to self-judgment, due to judging myself in my head with others, and this kind of was brought about with this person. And, writing the realizations out, saying that I realize that within who we are here as physical beings, we are equal. I am not an idea. I can't live up to ideas in my head because they're not real, they're not practical in physical reality, but they're illusions that are being created within my mind to compromise myself, to diminish myself. It's like a distortion picture that I am, like, trying to grasp onto, but it can never be grasped onto because it's all smoke. Like, it's just, like, not real. But that idea, that feeling that you get within yourself when you think that you can be this, perfect person, like the best, and get all the attention and get all the good feelings from living into this idea, because times in your life, points in your life, you have that feeling come up because something happens where you get, like, praise, or I get praise, or someone sees me as great or whatever, and you get that feeling, so you get a little taste of it, and you just want to keep getting those feelings. So this is how I've been living, is holding on to ideas within my mind of who I want to be. And if I don't live up to that point, and if I'm kind of challenged with people like this person in my world, if I'm challenged and I see them as better than me, I will go into suppression and live out this weakness, inferiority point where I won't express myself fully. I won't openly express, and won't be stable, won't be here within living with other people, but I'll be in my head judging myself all the time, and compromising my self-expression by suppressing myself and not being open, and diminishing myself within the whole point. And within this point, I see that I have to definitely walk more specifically in my past and my childhood, because I don't know, I've walked the point out a lot, and I see that, you know, this is required as well. So I'm gonna walk that out at some point, as I said. But so anyways, I wrote this forgiveness out, and then I went back outside. We were doing like a fire pit thing, a bonfire type thing, and that's when I was feeling really, you know, gross. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go in and write this, you know, write this out and do self-forgiveness, and, you know, let this go, because I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to be so like suppressed and depressed about myself with other people, and just not like feeling so weak within myself, because, you know, I realize like I'm not weak within who I am. Like, I am who I am. Like, I'm just a being here. I'm not weak or strong. I'm just expressing myself. I don't have to define myself in this way of feeling like I have to be a certain person, and if I'm not that, then I'm the opposite. I'm not, you know, I am, you know, the low of it. So stopping defining myself by highs and lows and positive and negatives, and just express myself here and what I want to express about. So I did the self-forgiveness, and then I came back outside, and I, you know, saw these little points that want to come out and express themselves and suppress me, and allow, you know, follow the ideas, the thoughts, and I let them go, and I just express myself. And I didn't accept myself to go into any kind of suppression or judgments. I stopped all the thoughts and all those points. And, you know, it was a really enjoyable night, and we had good conversation, and, you know, I saw that I did not, you know, become suppressed within myself. I kind of pushed myself to express myself, and, you know, it was a cool night overall, because I could have, you know, been really, had, you know, my usual night back in the day where I would just, you know, be in my mind so much and fuck around in my mind and just, you know, fuck me over pretty much, and just have a miserable time. I stopped all that. I've been stopping that. I'm not accepting myself to go there, to be that person anymore, because I am not that person. I am here equal with all. Everyone's equal to me. We're not defined within anything. We're just here living, and I can live within the points of practical living, common sense, and direct myself with others in equality. So that's what I practiced that night, and I saw that I can change. I can walk these points, and I can stop myself from going into suppressions. So it's kind of a cool point, because I walked the, you know, saw the pattern, went and did self-forgiveness, and then came back out and, you know, changed myself immediately. And I, you know, walked that whole point out, and I had an, you know, cool conversation, as I said. And the next day he came to me, he's like, you know, that was a really great conversation we had last night. It was a great time. Thanks for being here, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it was a cool moment. And so, you know, I proved to myself that I can change, and I can stop patterns, and I need to walk this consistently and not fall back into these patterns, push myself to continue to change and stay stable, and stop directing myself within mind illusions as ideas, and walk here in the physical, one and equal with life as who I am. Alright, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching.